Okay, I can't put it off any longer. We have to talk about the roundtable given last week by my favorite stooge of the establishment, Moultrie, and his sidekick, Kirkpatrick. Okay, get in here. This is Jack Connor with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Please share this video when it drops on social media and comment below as I'm going through the story. Now, a couple weeks ago, I gave my victory dance because Bray and Moultrie were out. They were out. That's my little victory dance. Yeah, I'm so excited. And I hope that happens, but the bill that will make that happen has not been signed into law as of the time of this recording. I am eagerly awaiting that, and I hope that happens. Where Bray and Moultrie are out, and hopefully that means Kirkpatrick will be out as well, because I think he is of a similar feather. But anyway, Bray and Moultrie did sit down with some reporters, or I think it was a video conference. And let's just go over a little bit of what they said. I'm not going to read the transcript. I can barely tolerate saying Moultrie's name, let alone reading his direct word. All right, but from CNN and the Pentagon's first update since the establishment of its office to investigate unidentified flying objects, officials offered few answers but said there was nothing to suggest an otherworldly explanation for the hundreds of reports they had received. We have not seen anything that would lead us to believe that any of the objects we have seen are of an alien origin, if you will, said Ronald Moultrie, Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. Established in July, the office, officially known as the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, has received several hundreds of reports of unidentified objects to examine, including some that go back years, said Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of the effort. Those cases are on top of the initial 144 examined in the June 2021 report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Neither official would say how many of the cases had been analyzed and resolved. But Moultrie, speaking to reporters at the Pentagon Friday, said many of these cases would not be considered dangerous and may end up being things like balloons and things like UAVs that are operated for purposes other than surveillance or intelligence collection. Yeah, okay, so Moultrie is pulling his usual Moultrie trick. It's balloons or drones. Okay. Moving on. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Wilson leak? What Wilson leak? Yeah, the pyramid, artifact of the lens. Come on, what are you talking about? That's crazy. Aliens? How do you spell that? I've never heard that word before. I've got to go. Got golf at 5. That's my Ronald Moultrie impression. Moving on with the article. Still, when asked if any of the reports were indicative of something that may pose a threat to national security, a military facility, or to U.S. personnel, Kirkpatrick answered yes. In the absence of being able to resolve what something is, we assume that it may be hostile. So we have to take that seriously, said Moultrie, expanding on the considerations. Well, obviously, they're going to say that because they need the funding. In addition to the fact that we don't know what the phenomenon represents, and, who knows? If we don't know, it could be a threat. What he's saying is not necessarily wrong, but it's just funny to watch this tightrope where he wants the funding to continue the office, but he won't admit that the office has any merit. Moultrie. Okay. Officially, the reports being investigated are of UAP as opposed to the earlier iteration of unidentified, anomalous. They're differentiating between UAPs with the anomalous versus aerial. Yes, that is true. They are making that change, and it's a welcome change because it's very true. One of the big issues the Pentagon faced as it began to look more seriously at the issues of UAPs was the stigma around reporting. Kirkpatrick said the stigma associated with reporting sightings had been significantly reduced. In May, Deputy Director of Navy Intelligence Scott Bray, the other Yahoo, told members of the House Intelligence Committee that their database had grown to 400 reports since the release of the June 2021 report. The reports have kept coming in. There's not a single answer for all of this, right? Well, there's two, right? There's drones and balloons, I guess. There's not a single answer for all of this, Kirkpatrick answered rhetorically. There's going to be lots of different answers, and part of my job is to sort out all of these hundreds of cases on which ones go to which things. And that's an end to the article, just some ads. Got some interesting pictures down there. I don't know, guys. This is all a bunch of BS. Bray and Moultrie lied before Congress, and Moultrie and Kirkpatrick. Okay, great. Well, my light just died, so we're going to have to continue this video in just the room lighting. Sorry about that. I think Moultrie knew that I was talking bad about him, and so he sabotaged my light. It's the only explanation. Or maybe it was Bray. Maybe that's why he wasn't present at the meeting, because he was going around sabotaging people's lights. Option B. Yeah, so anyway, these jokers lied before Congress, and they are still lying today to the reporters, and they are going to continue lying for as long as they can get away with it. Hopefully somebody will call them on their BS, and they will be forced to account for their lies. You know, I don't see that happening in the immediate future, but we can always hope. I am sincerely hoping that Bray and Moultrie will both be out of the picture, very shortly. We will see. I think at least one of them is supposed to be, if nothing else, there is a workaround around him in his office. And as far as Kirkpatrick, time will tell. But they are all clearly stooges of the establishment. And when we're talking about the establishment in this context, it is really unclear what that means. Is that the control group? Is that just simply the status quo in Washington that does not want to acknowledge or deal with this issue? Or is there some other faction or group? Whatever it is, they were feeding Bray and Moultrie lines during Congress, during the hearing before Congress, the UFO hearing, and actually causing them to lie to Congress. Actually going against the findings of their scientific team to report things that were not true. Because that's what they do, guys. Nothing to see here. But there is something to see right here. So if you've enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. And what do you think about this article and this roundtable in general? You know, at least we know we have hundreds of more sightings. So that's something, I guess, even if they're going to ascribe half of them to drones and balloons. And, half of them may be drones and balloons. But it's the other half that's the interesting half and the important half. But they're not focusing on that. They are focusing on the conventional, the easily explained stuff. Yeah, because that's what they do. That's how they roll. It's what Blue Book did. It's what they're doing. That's why it's imperative that these jokers be cut out of Arrow. We will never make any progress on this issue as a society if people like this and the establishment that is running them are allowed to call the shots. But again, that's just my take. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Please smash the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss a single video. Please join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. And please, if you enjoy these videos, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. See the first line in the description below, and there's 2 tiers of membership to receive exclusive access in videos. Until next time, this is Jack with Cosmic Road. This is my Bray and Moultrie and Kirkpatrick out dance. It's going to happen, guys. We can make it happen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? Let me know in the comments below.